And hello everybody, welcome back to British Stand. Another day in this bonkers country, and yet another shocking story that we're starting to hear. Now, this came out yesterday, and I'm sure a lot of you have probably already heard it, and you probably can tell in the thumbnail what it is about. But equally, there is something that's good that has come from this really bad situation that's going on at our school. For those of you that don't know, essentially a 12-year-old schoolgirl was punished for wearing a Union Jack dress to celebrate British heritage on the school's Culture Day. She was removed and sent home. You couldn't make this bullcrap up, could you? On a Culture Day, Diversity Day, wearing a Union Jack dress, you're then taken away. It's absolutely, you just can't get your head around it. You just can't get your head around it with regard to schools. I'm going to go through the story here. The school have come under a lot of scrutiny, and I think they've been forced to apologise. But as stated, there is a bit of a silver lining that's come from this story. One, it's gone viral, and people are outraged, certainly, first and foremost. But secondly, for this young girl, as Tommy Robinson has done the unthinkable for her, which is also very good to see. Guys, let's get into this. But first, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more British content. And get involved in the live chat as well. I want to take your opinions on this story after we are done. So essentially, a 12-year-old girl was removed by teachers for celebrating her British heritage on Culture Day at school. Courtney Wright, who attends Bilton School in Rugby, chose to wear a Union Jack dress and wrote a speech about Britain's history and traditions on Friday, the July 11th, as a part of the celebrations. However, her father, Stuart Field, had to collect the 12-year-old from school before the end of the day after he claimed she was told Culture Day was not for her. On my way to collect my daughter from school, she's currently being made to sit at reception waiting for me, he said in a Facebook group. It's Cultural Diversity Day at school, where children can wear clothing representing their culture and write a speech about their heritage. She has been told it's not for her. She gets to celebrate being British every day. Field added that he believed the teachers had removed his daughter for being proud of her country. And in her speech, Wright wrote that she thinks culture should be for absolutely everyone. Essentially following this, ahead of the Culture Day, Bilton School said it was a special day which was dedicated to recognising and celebrating the rich cultural diversity in its community. And apparently the school has now been forced to apologise. This is Bilton School, by the way, for those of you that haven't already seen it. But yeah, apparently they're going to be looking and reassessing their policies going forward after the backlash that they have received. But yeah, Culture Day, but they can't celebrate wearing a Union Jack, and you get sent home from it. Almost as if it's a crime to wear a Union Jack dress. A little girl, bearing in mind, 12-year-old girl, ostracised at school, made to feel bad, sent home, got a father to collect her for wearing a Union Jack dress. This is the state of this country, and it's almost criminalized by this school for someone to be proud to be British on a Culture Day. It's almost the saying as people say Europeans have no culture and Britain has no culture. Oh, you better believe we've got freaking culture. What you look around in Europe, that's what Europeans built. What you look at, you go to London, look at the buildings, that's what British people built. So to say that no one has culture, we absolutely do have culture. Following this, guys, as stated, I'm furious about this story, actually, personally. I'm furious about it. But I'm hardly in disbelief over it, the ongoings that happens in the United Kingdom. However, of course, Tommy Robinson caught wind of this story as it has gone viral across all social media and in the media itself. And Tommy Robinson has done something rather great for her. Of course, we know the Freedom of Speech Parade or the Unite the Kingdom protest is on the 13th of September. Thousands and thousands are going to be gathering down there. However, he has invited the girl to come and read her speech to all the tens of thousands of people that are going to be attendance on the 13th of September. Now, following the news, Tommy put up in a post, they stopped this brave little girl for her speech to a classroom of 30 pupils. Millions will now watch her as she delivers her speech on stage on September the 13th in London. I can already see the reception she will receive. Our British pride we will not hide. And this is the young girl's reaction following finding out that she was going to be speaking at this protest in London. Have a watch.
Yay!
What you happy about, babe?
Tommy Robinson is going to listen to my speech and I'm going to perform it to thousands of people.
Millions.
Billions of people.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and a touch of class as well there from Tommy as well. Again, the feeling of being ostracized as a child, you know what it's like as a child. This isn't even sort of high school, I don't think, but this is probably like primary school, maybe I think 12 years old or something like this, maybe high school, I don't know, secondary school or something like this. But what I'm trying to say is, you know what children are like. Seeing a child be sent home and punished and ostracized from the rest of the classroom and told, you've done bad. Other children seeing that is absolutely humiliating for a young girl, for wearing a Union Jack dress in Britain. Come on, you can't make this BS up constantly. It's absolutely, it's so frustrating to hear. It really is. But this is the sort of stuff that happens on a day-to-day basis in the United Kingdom. The erosion of culture. We can't celebrate Culture Day wearing a union. Oh my God. Let me try and see what the school have said in terms of that official statement, guys. And I promise you I'll jump down into the live chat. Let's have a little look what people are saying. Well, I'll get there in a second. Let me see. Yeah, so Bilton School apologises apparently for sending home the girl wanting to celebrate British culture on Diversity Day. School is now reviewing its standards. So there you go. Apparently, yeah, the school is reviewing its standards. I mean, this school was in Rugby. Again, I don't know what Rugby is like as such as a place or a town. But it's sickening. It's absolutely sickening to see. Let's have a little look what people are saying. Sharon Jagger says, what school was this at? It was at the Bilton School. Now, again, it's going viral at this moment in time. Let me have a little, get it back up here again. Bilton School. There you go. Is that a secondary school? I don't know. It doesn't make a difference, I suppose, what type of school it is as such. It's still a British school that has sent home a child for wearing a Union Jack dress on Culture Day. What sort of things and ideologies are these people trying to brainwash children and saying, oh, this day is not for you because you're wearing a Union Jack dress? Like, you put that crap in the bin. BS. We've got a super chat from Susan. Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you very much. Sam Sci-Fi says Tommy is such a star. Yes, as I stated, as this was a shocking story to hear, I couldn't believe what I was reading. At first I was praying that it was fake news, funnily enough. But, of course, you're starting to see it going viral this morning. But, yeah, touch of class from Tommy there. Again, that's a big moment for this girl and certainly puts the eyes on our speech and the wrongdoings of that school. So yeah, touch of class from Tommy there for the 13th of September. If any of you guys are going, you will see her. I'm going to be there, actually, on the 13th of September. What is this new thing? I don't even know what this is. I'm starting to see these people with XP. What is this, guys? Can someone... Sorry. What is this stuff? Top fans. I didn't even know what this stuff is. We've got a leaderboard apparently now in the live chat. I think this is a new update on YouTube. I have no idea what it is. But Susan, who donated £5, is currently top of this leaderboard in the top fans. So shout out to you, Susan. Thank you. Fallen Angel, you're in second place, and Scouse Pie, you're in third place. I have no idea what that is, but I suppose it's quite cool. Karen says, our culture matters. It absolutely does matter. Now, I hear this all of the time. You see, suppose people from other demographics, other countries, and people, I always hear that quote saying, Europe has no culture. Like, what do you want about? The thing, look at everywhere in Europe. That is European culture. Everything, the magnificent buildings that have been built, the scenery, everything. That is European culture. The food that you eat when you're there. Absolutely bonkers. Bev says the school said that they are now said that because they are worried about the backlash. They chose to send this girl home. It was not an individual who made that choice alone. A classic racist act against the British. You're absolutely right. It's always the case when people want to backpedal on what they've said about things and go, you know what, we don't mean that anymore. We don't want to, that's not a thing, just because of the backlash. But they still did it, and someone sanctioned that. Someone went, I do not like that girl wearing but 12-year-old girl, by the way, a child, I don't like her wearing a Union Jack dress. She has to now go home because it's against Diversity Day or Culture Day or whatever it's called. Sickening, absolutely sickening. We got another super chat. Thank you so much, Hamster Sweet Boy 97 donates £10. Thank you for your kind and generous donation there, my man. Thank you. Stuart says, I'm trying to contact the school concerning the belief system of the teachers involved in the bullying and potentially racial motivation behind this cowardice. Well, they won't be replying because I did look at one of the articles. I think their email got leaked somewhere. I think they had to change their email. But yeah, rightly so. A lot of people are outraged by this whole story that has erupted. And it has gone viral, not just within the United Kingdom, but also overseas as well. That's a great point. If you're worried about backlash, don't do idiotic things. I don't know who sanctioned this. Is this all this politically correctness and all this sorts of stuff that happens within this once fine country? But, someone has sanctioned it. They need to be getting... The thing is about schools, again. I went through the school system and whatnot. But it does worry me, certainly. Sometimes I see clips on social media of children with LGBTQ flags just because their teacher could be gay or lesbian or something like this. And they have this time with your children every single day where they can push their beliefs onto your children. And there's a teacher here at this school that's sanctioned to ostracize a young girl, remove her from her classmates in a classroom and send her home like she was a naughty person, like she was a bad girl, a bad person, sent her home for thinking that she could wear a Union Jack dress on Culture Day. Someone sanctioned that. Someone said this move. Those people should be removed from their position. Those are these people cutting around, children and brainwashing their ideologies onto people. It's sickening. Oh, sorry, Mr. Fix-It. Sorry. Apologies. Oh, yeah, no, you can there's always that. Imagine if it was the opposite culture. This school would be in deep... It would be. Imagine. Again, imagine. But it's okay. It's okay if you disrespect Christianity and disrespect the United Kingdom. It's okay, remember? You're allowed to do that. Everything else, though, of course, it's not allowed. Because, was it people hundreds and hundreds of years ago conquered the world? And actually, I'm pretty proud of the British Empire. Come at me, I don't care. I like the old British Empire. Sometimes I would actually say that the world would be a better place if the British Empire was still intact, by the way. I mean, look at the places that the UK used to rule. What they looked like before and what they look like now. I think, again, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think India's best buildings are some of the train stations that the British built back in the day. So, yeah. Jonathan Cox says, I'm sorry, the teacher needs to be sacked and the school needs to be investigated. Absolutely. It absolutely does. Absolutely does. Margaret says, this country is full of culture and traditions. London has so much culture that we can be proud of until Khan got his hands on it. London, when I look at the architecture and the beauty of the city, is amazing. Sometimes leaves you speechless when looking at the city and some of the buildings. If you ever, I was fortunate enough to live in central London whilst I was based at the army. And at a time where I didn't, you just look, when you're walking the streets, you just look down, right? But I urge any of you in central London to just look up and look at the buildings as you're walking by, and you just see the fine details and the beauty in the architecture of the buildings. It's really cool. I urge any of you to do that. If you're in central London, just look up instead of looking straight. Look up as you're walking down the side of the buildings and look at the detail, and it's absolutely beautiful. But again, with London, it's shocking to see where it's gone. I think there was a Canadian rapper yesterday that got stabbed in the neck. I seen Ivan Toney put up a post, the football player, on Instagram with his car being jacked in. He said, "This is why I hate London." So yeah, I mean, the place is a cesspit now due to the decisions that we made as a country over the last 20 to 30 to 40 years. However, that place was the centre of the world at one point, and has a lot of culture, a lot of traditions, and some of us probably would love to have seen London rise like that once again, and the UK in general. Yeah, that's another point, remember. Susan says we can celebrate Easter. We can't celebrate Easter. They don't talk about Christmas in schools no more because I asked my grandkids, now you can't wear a Union Jack. Yeah, remember, this is not the first time we've seen outrage come out of schools. We also saw it with Easter as well, where they weren't celebrating Easter there as well, and they wanted to be more diverse. Scandalous. Who's making these decisions? These are teachers. Again, no disrespect to teachers. There's a lot of great teachers out there. But these are teachers with their own ideologies and thoughts that are, again, spending a lot of time with your children on a day-to-day basis and pushing their beliefs onto your children and what's right and what's wrong in life. And then, again, you're going to get people conflicting opinions with their parents. But teachers are paid to teach people, not push their agenda onto to other children. I don't think parents would be happy with their children going to school and hearing their genders being pushed onto them. I don't like that at all, and that would actually scare me. I don't have children. Hopefully one day I will, but my goodness me, I would be thinking twice if I wanted to educate them in the British school system. Absolutely. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Do let me know your thoughts. Let's carry on the conversation in the comment section below. Do let me know your thoughts with regard to this whole story, but also let us know your thoughts on what Tommy Robinson has done for this young girl on the 13th of September. And whilst you're at it, let me know if you're going, because I'm going to be going on the 13th of September. So do let me know if you're going down in the comment section below, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.